I am Dina Alvarez. I am working in Everis. Everis is a technological company. It has a strong presence in Spain and in Latin America as well. And we have here 300 people, more or less. So, sorry. If you are here, I think that is because you have the same problem that I had when I arrived here. We need to create some. We have to create a personalized approach to make our people feel special from the very beginning. I'm going to tell you a little bit the history of how we create this onboarding program. And then we have here this toy. So if you want to try it, it's up to you. So 1 year and a half ago, more or less, the CEO of Everis UK called me because they have a challenge in UK. They have a mission that is to take the company to the next level. And to do that, he really believed, that we have to do it through our people. So when you are someone from human resources and you receive this kind of call with someone that inspires you because they believe genuinely in persons, you think that you have to accept the challenge. So yeah, I come here 1 year and a half ago, as I said, and I decided to do something with a 3-step approach. I don't know if you have noticed that I'm not British. No, you don't. So yeah, the first thing that I have to do is to do a diagnosis about what's happening in this moment in the company, but in what our market, what UK people need. So we decide to do that, not just from ourselves, from the team in human resources, but also with our employees. So the first thing we do was interviews with all the people of the team, of the people team, and then with the board of directors as well, to understand a little bit the situation that we have. And with that, we create a focus group based in different techniques. The most important for us is try to connect the rational mindset with the emotional mindset, because we are an engineer company. Almost 90% of our people are engineers, so they need really to connect with this emotional side to really understand what they need. So we run this focus group with almost 100 people. We are 300, so it was we had a huge information around that. And the last thing is, all of us need to have a voice when we are talking about the things that we need. So that we decide to launch a survey. With all this, we create like an holistic vision about the situation. This was what our people say about the integration moment. For them, they was completely lost at the beginning. They don't know. They didn't know where to find information. Who is who? What the company expects from them. So they were completely lost when they arrived to the company. Our attrition rate in people who joined the company during the 3 first months was around 24%. So one each 4 people leave the company. This is a drama, you know? Yeah, because this is the start the wheel again for all of us. So this is the experience that our people live in this moment. So 1 year ago, as you can see, So for our people, they have a standard experience in the recruitment moment. Then, when they arrived to the company, this first month, it was really bad. The experience. The environment is good, they feel part of a team, they enjoy what they are doing, but then they feel that they had not challenge goals, they don't have to grow, and they haven't growing with, they are not growing with support. So with this scenario, we decide to start from the very beginning, that is the first moment in the company. We need to approach to our people with something different, because at the end we need that people feel a positive experience, that people feel the culture of the company. We would like that people, when they arrive to their home, talk about the things that happen to them in the company in a good mood. So, we decided to create a tailored employee journey map for all the people. We created with them. So they decide that for them the 5 key moments in their journey around in the company was the first one, that is falling in love, when the first chats with the company, when they. Thank you. So, the falling in love, that is this moment in which you have the first chat with the company, you have interviews, then feeling welcome when you arrive at the company and you feel part of a group, something bigger than yourself. Enjoy the world, that is for sure, we are not just professionals, we are people, so we would like to be in a happy environment, unless in a nice environment, and to grow, that is because we are humans, and humans need to grow. We are evolving every day. And see you soon. This is something very, for me was a surprise that here our people, our employees say that they feel like traitors when they leave the company. It's like, if you leave the company, you leave the company forever. So for me it was a shock, because at the end, they could be our clients, they could be candidates, they could be sponsors of the company. If you have this feel, do you think that you are going to be a sponsor of a company? For sure not. So, starting from the beginning, we decided to create an induction period, an induction program that really help employees to connect with the company and to connect with other people. How we define the program? We use 3 main pillars. The first of the pillars was the social psychology. This is basic for all of us. We are social animals, I'm sorry, but we are social animals. So we need to be part of a group. We need the feeling of belong of a group. Because if you don't feel part of a group, you create a dissonance that makes you feel bad, make you feel like you are alone, and the lonely feeling could create something that is not the thing that we want to create. So we start with positive psychology. Then I have to recommend you really the research of Harvard University and the Professor Michael Hopkins research. They are very good in everything around career transition, induction for executives. They have a really good studies around that. And the last thing is, as I told you before, our people are engineers. So we are a technological company, and we would like to create a connection, a link between what we do and this moment of the onboarding. So we decided to create something around virtual reality because you can learn in a safety environment, and because if you create something a little bit more sophisticated than a PPT in a virtual reality environment, people can choose, can decide the experience that they want to live. So this is our onboarding program. Our onboarding program is a 100 days program, starting from the first day in which we have to do the typical things that every company has to do, seeing the contract and these kind of things. But we would like to have a good impression this first day. And we created Everybody application. Everybody application is a matching application in which you answer a couple of questions and the application gives you a body with you match. It's like a date application. So the application gives you the picture of your body, you can write to your body, and you can meet your body after the first day. Then we run the virtual reality experience. As I told you, we have the toys in there, so I would like you to try it. And then a handbook with our basics, to don't feel lost at the very beginning. This happened the first day, so you have this social moment. You have got the social connection with your everybody and with the others new joiners as well. So we are covering in here this social part from the very beginning. Almost 10 days later, 1 week more or less, we have the second part of the onboarding. We assign a mentor to them because they need, when you arrive to a company, it's true that you can have your own dreams, your own development dreams, or your professional objectives, but you need someone who guides you in the company when you are. So we assign a mentor, we book a briefing with a professional, and we have conversations around the professional dream of these people in the company. The masterclass. 1 month later, we run a workshop in which we explain them what are our careers, what are our people development model, what are our values, because at the end they have to connect as well with the behaviors that are expected from them. Our CEO come to the masterclass to explain what is our strategy, what we want to achieve in the UK. We have an inspiring talk from one of our board of directors or someone external, and then we have the networking lunch. So if you see that, the first month, people know what is the strategy of the company. People have met our CEO. People have had a meeting about their professional dreams. And people have connected with colleagues, with a buddy, and with a mentor. This happened the first month, but then, like 15 days later, we send you the map. The map is a video game. We include this video game to include the gamification, the play in all this process. The map is like, it's a game in which you choose an avatar and you go to different islands, and each island is a part of the company. So you can talk with people from one island and talk about strategies and these kind of things. In other, you can talk about and see about our people model, values, and these kind of things. You have different islands, and all of them help you to learn about the company. 2 months later, our people have an interview with a very beautiful recruitment team. The same people that interview the candidate, the new joiner, have a second interview with them to check how it's going. So it's like more personalized because it's like the same recruiter with the same new joiner. After this interview, we divide people from line managers or people who are leading team, from regular staff, people, individual contributors, and we run 2 types of trainings. The first one, the leader one, is called Vision and Conversations. So we run a training, but then we take all the group and go to the London Eye. In the London Eye, we do a kind of metaphor. When we are on the top of the London Eye, we explain them the importance to provide vision to our teams. Because if you give them the vision, they will make their own decisions aligned with the vision of the leader. So we work with leaders in this way, and with the staff, we work in another way. That is the self-awareness. One of the things that for us is important is to give people tools to be protagonists of their careers, to decide what they want to do, to decide what they want to achieve, and to talk with their leaders to try to achieve it. So with the staff, we run this self-awareness training, and then we have some fun with our escape books. There are clues, and they resolve a mystery together as a team. The last part of the onboarding plan is a celebration. So on Fridays we have 3 beers, and the Fridays that we have people who finish their onboarding program, we celebrate together the end of the onboarding. There are some pictures here about the first day with the virtual reality glasses. Yeah, this is the map, that is the video game. This is our CEO talking about the strategy. Here you have one of the leaders training in the London Eye, everybody, the welcome pack. In fact, something interesting is this is the welcome ticket that we give to our people when they join the company. And when they decide to leave the company, we give them a return ticket. They are not traitors for us anymore. And this has been our employee experience so far after that. So with the Employee Net Promoter Score, we are now in a very good, excellent and good, so very good experience in the first month of the company. The level of satisfaction in each moment of the process is between 90 and 98%. And the most important, or the obvious question is, and the attrition rate. So the attrition rate has decreased in almost 5 points in 1 year. So we had a trend of increased attrition rate, and we stopped the trend, and we decreased it in almost 5 points. But yeah, we have new challenge. Maybe next year we can talk about the new challenge and the things that we are doing to affront that. So the first one is ensuring the Everis magic, that is ensuring that everyone feel the same. Everyone feel this positive experience. Everyone want to talk about the things that happen in the company. I didn't say before, sorry, that our social engagement has increased in almost 13%. But we will let more. We will let that people, all of our people have a really good experience and talk about the things that we are doing in Everis and want to be with us for the longest. For sure, this is something that we have to work, that is the line managers. Our line managers, even though they are involved right now in all the things that we are doing, it was not the same at the beginning. So at the beginning, we had an attendance rate that around 40%. So we have been working a lot with the line managers to try to make them understand the importance of that. It's true that the only thing that they understand really well are the data. When you present data about the attrition rate and these kind of things, they start to think that's important for them as well. But we have to work with the line managers. And the last thing, I don't know if it's the same with you in your companies, but in our company, people don't read emails. So we are looking for new channels, new communication channels to try to communicate all the things that we are doing and to connect with them. We have some limitations, but we are working on it. And that's all.